Let's say this is triangle A, B, C. This is 8, this is 10, this is 12, and this side is X. This angle is 40 and this angle is also 40. And we need to find out what is the value of X here. Now the most important thing whenever you are trying to prove the similarity of the triangles is that the order of angle, in which order the angles are equal. Now if I consider the two triangles, let's say this is AXY. If I consider the triangle AXY and ABC, can I say angle A in both the cases are equal? So A corresponds to A here. Now in the smaller one, angle Y is equal to angle B. So if I am taking the smaller angle Y from here, so I must take the smaller angle, this B, from here, because these two angles are equal. So if these two angles are equal, one of the angle is common and these two angles are equal. So can I say that the third angle is automatically equal? So these two angles are nothing but these two are equal. So here the angle X corresponds to this one, which is angle C. And now we can say that these two triangles are similar. The order of the angles are extremely important. If you write down the wrong order of the angles, you get the wrong answer also. Once I write down the order of the angle in this way, now what we can do straight away, listen here, AY upon AB. If you are taking AY, just take AB from here, which is equal to YX upon BC. If you are taking YX from here, just take BC from here, and which is equal to AX upon AC. And now solve this one. We know that the AX is 8 and the AC is nothing but that is 12 plus X. So AX is 8 upon AC is 12 plus X. Similarly, if you take AY is 12 and AB is nothing but that is equal to 18. Now solve this one. On solving this, what you will get, that is 144 plus 12x is equal to 144. So from here we can say that the x is equal to 0. So from here we are getting that this length is equal to 0. Okay, that is quite possible. We can say it means that this point C must coincide with the point Y. Okay, so we can say that the data is inconsistent here in this particular case. So again, the important thing is that the order of the angle, which is important one. Similarly, if I say let's say this is triangle A, B, C, D, and this is point E. This angle, it has been given to us, this line AB is parallel to DC, and I draw one more line which is parallel to this one. Okay, which is parallel to this one. Now, this length is given to us as 3, this length is given to us as 4, and we need to find out what is the value of EF. Now what I can do here, if you look at this triangle ACB, can I say that these two lines are parallel? And if these two lines are parallel and this is a transversal, so it means this angle is equal to this angle, as well as this particular angle is equal to this angle. And since this angle is equal in both the triangles, we can say this triangle, triangle CEF, this triangle is similar to the triangle CAB. So if these two triangles are similar, we can say that the ratio of the sides are equal. So from here, if I denote, let's say the length of CF as A and this length BF as B and this length as X. So what I can say, if this triangle I am taking X, so in this bigger one I will take the 3, X by 3, which is equal to A upon A plus B. Because in the smaller triangle the length of this side is A and in the bigger triangle this length is A plus B. Similarly, if you consider these two triangles BEF and BDC, These two triangles are also similar because these two lines are parallel, and it means this angle is equal to this one and this angle is equal to this one, as well as this angle is common. So apply the property of the similar triangles in these two triangles, which is BEF and BDC. So here if I am taking x, so we can say that x by 4 is equal to b upon a plus b. So we are getting that x by 3 is equal to a upon a plus b, x by 4 is equal to b upon a plus b. Now add these two equations. Now when you add these two equations, what will I get here? That x by 3 plus x by 4 is equal to a plus b by a plus b, which means x into 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 is nothing but that is equal to 1. Or from here we can say that x will be nothing but that is 12 by 7. So this is nothing but it's an application of similar triangle, and this question was asked in one of the CAT paper probably 2 years back. The next thing is regarding the congruency of the triangle. In congruency, we had to discuss only the theorems here. What are the 2 or 3 different theorems are there? We can say that the two figures or two triangles are congruent if their corresponding sides are equal in length. For example, if I say this is A, B, C and this is X, Y and Z. So this length must be equal to this length must be equal to this length, and this length must be equal to this length. And this angle is A, so this angle X, B, C, this is Y and Z. So A must be equal to X, B must be equal to Y and C must be equal to Z. Regarding the angles as well as the corresponding sides must be equal. And the different properties to prove whether the two triangles are congruent or not. The first one is SSS. If all the 3 corresponding sides are equal, it means the two triangles are congruent. The next one is SAS. Two sides and this angle, these two sides and this angle. And the third one is ASA. The two angles and the corresponding sides. So these are the 3 important things here. 3 important theorems to prove whether the triangles are congruent or not. Now let's come to the important thing, that is the funda of the right angle